Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Wizards and the Condors, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be the Wizards of San Juan taking on the Condors of San Diego.
Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people, but I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Throwing on first down. Hines. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Hines.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Throwing again. Hyde. Thomas brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Hyde. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Back to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Condors have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker try on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Fields, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. Operating from the gun, Hines.
And this pass caught by Gray.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. in good position, 1st and 10. Looking for Gray and finding him once again.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Hines over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Hines looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Wizards have regained the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Hyde. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Hines. This one complete to Coleman. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. Hines. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. As they've got it as we resume action. The throw over the middle taken in. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Cunningham. And his throw here's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Now Cunningham. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Meadows. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And able to get this out to the 25. San Juan's offense ready to get started again. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back. unsuccessfully.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 21 yards there on third down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, Meadows. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Taken right around the 44. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. That is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. Powers through.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bates. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Cunningham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Cunningham to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
2nd and 4. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback. And you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so.
Now a 1st down throw, Cunningham.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A final shot before break. Cunningham. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, at the very least, you can't say it's not competitive. All tied up at halftime.
Oh, good return.
Before they call off the second half, we get you back out
break this
to Brandon
all the
God.
way to the 38-yard line. Great return. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On second down now, Meadows, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ballard. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Meadows, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
12 yards there as they move the chains. On first down, it's Burns. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On second down, Meadows. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. He'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And that is dropped. Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my.
Cunningham looking to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13.
So matching field goals here to begin this 3rd quarter of play, and we are tied again.
And this is how it's been all game long. Very much like a boxing match. Each team counterpunching each other, neither gaining a clear advantage.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
But you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings. But at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Barnes. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a pop.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taking it around the 40. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing to start the drive. Cunningham firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bates. And what a big-time play there. 45 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
They'll run with Robinson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Cunningham.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
2nd and 9.
Back now here on EA Sports. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, fourth quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Up the middle they go. Meadows gets past one man. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. If they get nothing else here on third down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2nd and a couple.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 yards and a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Second down and 4. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Cunningham. Over the middle, complete. That's Bates. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team, but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Cunningham.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Robinson on a give right side.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Again, it's Robinson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
To start it out, Robinson. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's the option.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Taken down at the 42.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off.
From the gun on 3rd down, Cunningham. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.